Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and welcome to another Q&A session where you guys have the opportunity to send your numbers in, to send your questions in and get an answer from me bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. Now this week we received a question from a brother that asked, can you do a video on numbers, counting numbers in Arabic? Now in this video I'm going to limit the numbers from 1 through to 10. Now, when counting from 1 to 10 in English, notice that the number comes first, followed by the thing or the person being counted. For example, we say 1 book, 2 houses, 3 toys, 4 women, etc. Now, unlike English, the Arabic language gives us 3 ways in which we can count a noun. We have the singular version, the dual version, and the plural version. Let's take the word miftahun, for example. It means a key and is singular. Now the tanween, the un sound at the end of this noun tells us that we're speaking about 1 key. So there's no real reason to add the number at the end of the noun. However, if we wanted to for extra emphasis, then there's no problem. So we can say, for example, مفتاح واحد بيت واحد قلم واحد مسجد واحد, etc. Notice that the number came after the noun we're counting. Now the dual version of a word refers to 2. It ends with alif and noon and makes an ani sound. So just by adding these 2 letters at the end of the noun is sufficient when expressing 2 things of that particular noun that we're counting. Let's take a look at a few examples. We can say masjidani, which means 2 mosques. Or we can say rajulani, which means 2 men. We can also say maktabani, which means 2 desks. Likewise, we can say sarirani, which means 2 beds. Now the number for 2 in Arabic is ithnani. Repeat after me. Ithnani. And just like the word, or just like the number wahid, meaning 1, it follows the noun being counted, acting as an adjective. So let's use a few of those previous examples one more time, but this time using the number 2 to count the noun. We can say masjidani ithnani. Or we can say qalamani ithnani. Similarly, we can say kitabani ithnani. And finally, babani ithnani. Now, if the noun being counted is a feminine noun, when counting numbers 1 and 2, then we would simply use feminine versions of those numbers. For example, we can say imra'atun wahidatun, which means 1 woman. Or we can say sayyaratani ithnatani, meaning 2 cars. Okay guys, in conclusion, I would like you to notice that when counting nouns in Arabic, using numbers 1 and 2, that the number comes after the noun being counted. Unlike in English where the opposite is true. Remember guys, we don't have to add the word ithnani or ithnatani when using the dual form in Arabic. The alif and the noon at the end of these nouns is sufficient in expressing this meaning. Pretty cool, right? Now, here's where it gets interesting. Numbers 3 to 10 have a mudhaf wa mudhafun ilayhi relationship. Additionally, the number comes first, followed by the noun being counted, just like in English. Also, the noun being counted will be in the plural form, and as previously mentioned, it will be al-mudhaf ilayhi, meaning it's going to be majroor. And the sign of a noun being majroor most of the time is the kasra at the end of the word. Finally guys, if the singular version of the noun being counted is masculine, then we would simply use a feminine version of the number. Likewise, if the singular version of the noun being counted is feminine, then we would simply use a masculine version of the number. So guys, we're dealing with opposites in genders here. Now, the plural of the word kitabun is kutubun, meaning books. The word kitabun is a masculine noun. So if I wanted to count 3 books through to 10, we would say the following. Listen and repeat after me. ثلاثة كتب 4 كتب 5 كتب 6 كتب 7 كتب 8 كتب 9 كتب 10 كتب. Well, what about if the noun being counted was feminine? Well, let's take a look. Listen and repeat after me. We would say ثلاث نساء 4 نساء 5 نساء 6 نساء 7 نساء 8 نساء 9 نساء 10 نساء. Notice, guys, that we use the masculine version of the nouns in these examples because we were counting something or someone that was feminine. I would also like you to notice that the number 8, when we were counting something in this example, feminine, was pronounced as thamani and not thamanu. Lastly, guys, the number 10 was pronounced as asharatu for the feminine and ashru for the masculine. Jazakumullahu khaira. Thank you very much for watching this video. Guys, if you're watching on Facebook, please be sure to like, share, and even comment in the comments thread below. And if you're watching on YouTube, then also please like this video, share this video, and be sure to subscribe to this channel. Jazakumullahu khaira. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.